you know. Hey, we were good. Cinda, we were good, but it wasn't going to happen. The point I'm trying to make is I made up my mind as a young guy, I wanted to become world class at something. I just had to find out what the something was going to be. Had to find the right venue. I remember one of the first stories I talk about in the book. I'm at home. I'm getting ready to watch a college basketball game. And the announcer is hyping this game. It's March Madness. And he's talking about all the money some of these guys were going to make simply because they could run and jump and catch a ball. And I said out loud to no one, I was talking to the television, and I said, wow, one day that guy's going to make $1 million. My mom, thank God, heard me say that. And she says, baby, you know what? If you want to, one day you can make $1 million. Until she said those words, it never entered my mind as a possibility. After she said them, it was just a matter of finding the right venue. And the first time I walked into a Wall Street trading room, I knew this is the place. This is the place Mama was telling me about. The ticker tape is rolling, the phones are ringing off the hook, people are screaming and shouting out orders, bodies are flying all over the place, tickets are getting stamped, and what looked like chaos to somebody else, I knew and I felt this is where it's supposed to be. So I kept coming back. I wore one branch manager down to the point that he says, Gardner, based on persistence alone, we're going to give you a shot. You be here on this day and this time, and we're going to let you in this training program, and we're going to see how you do. That's all I wanted. I'm getting my shot. I quit my job. I'll admit I was a little cavalier about it. As a sales rep for a scientific company, I had this big box of stuff I had to carry everywhere I went, free giveaways for our customers, Petri dishes, tissue slides, latex gloves, stuff with our logo on it, right? And in the book, my old boss, he will tell a different story. He will say, I threw the box at him. That is not true. I will compromise and say it fell abruptly. Okay? And I said, I'm out of here. I quit. I'm going to Wall Street. I went home and I let my ex know, you know what? You said I couldn't do it. But guess what? I'm going to Wall Street. And I quit my job. I was pretty pumped up about it, all the way up to the point that I showed up on the appointed day and time only to find out the guy who had made me the promise had been fired the previous Friday. Now, y'all heard me say I quit my job. Somebody in here knows what that means. That means no unemployment, no cash flow. And worse than that, now I got to go home and tell this woman I don't have a job. Let me tell y'all something. If you don't remember anything else I say here today, write this down. Unemployment will not help your relationship. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Write it down. Trust me, she hadn't passed her boards. We're a young family. We got a baby. I'm the breadwinner, and I've quit my job thinking I had an opportunity to go to Wall Street. A tense situation got tense, more tense. And I still had one shot left at the street. But before I could play it all the way out, I still had to take care of my family. I did everything legal that I could to take care of my family and still pursue this one last shot at Wall Street. That meant I cut grass, hauled rubbish, cleaned basements. I learned roofing. I learned painting. I did everything that I could do legally to take care of my family and still pursue this last shot at the street. Things were tense at home, to put it mildly. I had an experience, talk about it openly in the book, probably never happened to nobody in this room but me. I had one of those arguments with my ex that only ended because we both fell asleep. We woke up in the morning, everybody's feet hit the floor, and guess what? We went at it again. The neighbors don't know what's going to happen, what could happen. They called the police. The police come. They want to make sure everything's fine. They take her over here, calm her down, take me outside, calm me down. And my friendly Berkeley police officer, doing his job, says, "Do you mind if I search your car?" No problem. Go ahead. Search the car. Nothing there. Then again, doing his job, says, "Well, let me just run this license plate through a computer." That was it. I had $1,200 in unpaid parking tickets that I had begun to accumulate with interest and penalties a year earlier interviewing downtown San Francisco. Now, fair question, you can say, well, why didn't you pay the tickets? You know you had them. True. But the position I was now in, having to cut grass to put food on the table, I did probably what every man in this room would have done. Every dollar that came in the house, I could have paid the rent or I could have paid the tickets. I paid the rent. I was taken to jail. First, last, only time in my life taken to jail for parking tickets. Anybody ever see that movie, Stir Crazy, with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder? Y'all remember that? Remember that scene where they went to jail? Man, I'm glad I saw it. I had no point of reference, nothing. Put me in a jail cell with a murderer, a rapist, and an arsonist. Now I'm in here on parking tickets. First thing you learn in jail, kid, first thing I learned, everybody's got to tell their little jailhouse story. The first thing I learned, according to the inmates, nobody in there did it. It's all a setup of circumstantial evidence. They asked me, why are you in here? I told them, I'm in it for attempted murder and I will try it again. That's right. Hey, man, Sally, I wasn't going to say I'm in here on no parking tickets, all right? It's kind of like it's like a chain of command had to get established, okay? And to show you how a bad day can get worse, all of this happens on a Friday. Somebody knows what that means. No court until Monday, and we can't hold you in this friendly little downtown Berkeley jail. We need that for our regular weekend customers. I was sent to a place called Santa Rita State Penitentiary, where the most notorious inmate had chopped 23 people to death with an axe. And I'm up here on parking tickets. 10 days. 10 days. And let me tell y'all something else. I know somebody's sitting out there thinking about it. You know what? If you got some parking tickets, you need to get up and walk out of here right now. Kid, I know they're thinking about it. It could be you.